Jordan. The other sneaker YouTubers, the hell I'm born. OG Trap Jordan, OG Trap Jordan. I got sneakers, raining and pouring.
What up, YouTube? OG Trap Jordan back with another one, and I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody out there watching. We know it's going to be an amazing year for Jordan Brand. It's about to get really exciting, and it's about to get really exciting right off the rip. Like, we got a major release already coming up right away, and that is, a lot of you probably already know, the Black Cement 3. So with the Black Cement 3, I personally have a little bit of a problem. I'm going through a little bit of a conundrum in my head. I don't know if I want to cop these or not. I've been on the fence with them for a minute, and the reason that I'm on the fence is because we all know there is a crazy amount of releases that are coming out next year for Jordan Brand, for Nike, for sneakers in general. And later on this year, we do have the Black Cement 4's. And personally, I am a 4 guy. I'm a 3 guy too. But I do have a lot of 4's in my collection, and I really love 4's. It's one of my favorite silhouettes in Jordan Brand, and like I said, I also like the 3's. So we got the Black Cement 3's coming up right now at the beginning of the year, and then we got the Black Cement 4's coming out later. Now, personally, if I had to choose between the two, I'd say I probably want the 4's, but these 3's are starting to grow on me a little bit. As far as the 4's go, I think that the reason that I'm kind of on the fence about what I want to do is because with these 4's, we don't even know for a fact if these are even going to come out for sure next year. And the reason that I say that is because it's already the beginning of the year, and already last year we've already had announcements that a lot of these shoes, well, a couple of these shoes that are coming out have already been canceled. Like, they actually pushed back the Rookie of the Year Jordan 1 lows, and then just the other day they canceled the red pair of the SB4's. And I personally have been screaming about this for a minute ever since we started getting all these crazy announcements about what we're getting this year. I know they're going to be canceling a lot of shoes, and they're not only going to be canceling a lot of shoes, some shoes are going to be getting pushed back. We don't really know when these shoes are going to come out, if they're going to come out for facts. We just have to wait and see, but I do know that it's going to be a crazy year. But as far as those 4's, it really makes me wonder, like, there's so much on Jordan Brand's list and there's so much on my list, and I really have to be real selective this year. Last year I went crazy, and it wasn't even that crazy of a year, but I spent a lot of money on shoes, and I kind of got to pull back on that a little bit. But with these 4's coming out later on in the year, it kind of makes me wonder, because if you know, those only came out like 5 years ago in 2020, and they weren't really hyped up at first, but eventually they ended up taking off and skyrocketing, and then everybody went crazy for them, and now they're super hyped and coveted. But it makes me wonder, even looking at these 3's don't look like the OG Black Cat 3's. They're kind of a new rendition. They got like that patent leather around them. I don't think the originals did. And it makes me wonder about these 4's. Like, are these 4's going to come out just like the original Black Cat 4's, or are they going to give us a different rendition? What if they gave us the 4's with a twist, the Black Cats, like they like to do? Jordan Brand does that a lot. They'll tell us a shoe's coming out, or there'll be a colorway that matches, and then once we see the official images, it's not the same. So what if they give us these with a different color or a twist, or maybe they give us like a patent leather 4? Personally, I wouldn't like that. So the reason I'm on the fence personally is because I want to get one or the other, but I feel like, what if I was to pass up on these 3's and then wait for those 4's, and then those 4's don't even drop, or they get pushed back, or there's something else entirely? Then I'm going to be completely disappointed. I'm going to be kicking myself in the ass because I didn't pull the trigger and I didn't grab these 3's when I had the chance. And then also thinking about it, what if I just got both? Well, I don't really need both. I don't need two all black shoes in my collection. I've already got a lot of black 4's in my collection. I also just purchased the Black Cement 3's, and I think that's obvious why these actually got pushed back to this year from last year, the Black Cement 3's, because you had the Black Cement 3's that just dropped recently, and before that you had those Amamanier 3's, and Jordan Brand was like, oh no, we can't just keep pushing out Black Cement 3's because they're going to be competing with each other. And now I'm thinking that's kind of the same thing with these 4's. What if they say, hey, we just gave them the Black Cement 3's. Let's just wait on these Black Cement 4's, because not everybody is going to want to go out and get both. I would love to have both of them, but and like I said, I gotta be a lot more selective this year. I've been just shelling out money with Jordan Brand, and there's a lot of hot releases coming out next year. And we all know there's a lot of releases coming out next year, but we don't know for facts what's coming out. But I am really curious to see what it's gonna look like, and I am on the fence, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I want the 3's, I don't know if I want the 4's, I don't know if I want both. But I do want one or the other, and yeah, it's a little tricky for me this year. We got to see what's gonna happen, but I would not be surprised at all if these Jordan 4s got pushed back or canceled or didn't look anything like what we think they're gonna look like. So I'll probably go ahead and shoot my shot at these 3s. I don't know if I want to pay resale on them if it comes down to that. Personally, with these Jordan 3s though, I think that, well, I think later on this year, we are going to see a lot of these shoes coming out, and they're going to have real low stock. I think that the million pairs of shoes that they're releasing on every release is going to be over here soon next year. But I think this is one that is so far ahead that we already knew it was coming so far ahead that they probably do have just like a plethora of pairs. There's probably going to be a whole bunch of them. So I don't think there's going to be crazy resale. I do think that if those 4s come out and they do make them the way that they're supposed to be in their old OG form, I do think that those are going to be a little harder to get. Number one, because they're a 4, and number two, because I don't think there's going to be a lot of stocks. I think they're going to be limited. I think Jordan's limiting a lot of shoes next year, and I think a lot of these shoes are going to be a lot harder to get than you think they are. So when they come out, a lot of people are going to be disappointed, and a lot of these shoes are going to be skyrocketing through the resale, and I think we're going to be fighting a lot of bots and fighting a lot of resellers on these shoes when they come out and we want them. But that's where I'm at right now. I don't know what I want to do. I'm on the fence. I don't know if I want the 3s, if I want the 4s. What do you guys think about it? Are you guys going for the 3s? Are you guys going for the 4s? Are you guys going for both? What's your take on this? And do you think they're going to be easy to get? Do you think that next year is going to be crazy with resale? Do you think a lot of these shoes are going to sell out? Or do you think that we're just going to get this amazing year and it's going to be like last year where all these shoes that are super coveted were actually sitting in the store and easy to get? Me personally, I don't think that's what's going to happen. But I think I am going to go ahead and shoot my shot for these 3s just in case. And honestly, if you're on the fence, I would say shoot your shot. Let me know what you're going to do. Let me know in the comments if you're going for the 3s, you're going for the 4s, or if you're going for more. And what do you think this year is going to be like as far as resale next year? Because I think this year is going to be crazy. I think it's going to be a little insane on the resale side, and I think we're going to have to get ready to fight them bots and fight them resellers again. But once again, I'm OG Trap Jordan. I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody out there, and I'm checking out once again, and I'll see you next time. Peace.